What research-related question do I get asked the most by non-scientists?
Good question.
I would say the common question that I asked is what my mother still asks me, what do I actually do?
My name is Roberto Munoz.
My name is Girish Lakhwani.
I'm Siobhan Bradley.
And I'm currently part of the ARC Centre of Excellence in Exciton Science.
What is an exciton? My favourite question. It's a quasi-particle that forms when a material absorbs light.
The light actually perturbs the electrons in the molecule, and as a result of that, electrons shift from one end to another. The region they go towards acquires a negative charge, and the vacancies they leave behind acquires a positive charge, and together those negative and positive charges are coulombically bound.
These excitons have really cool properties. The goal is to be able to use them to be able to further some applications with sustainable energy mostly.
What is the theme and the goal of my Center of Excellence? The key vision behind is to be able to harvest the entire solar spectrum, to have materials where you can absorb pretty much entire solar spectrum and can harvest them for applications such as solar cells or other devices.
We are looking at the interaction between light and matter, and so trying to understand to a very fine degree of detail exactly how those two things interact so that we can manipulate it in order to apply it in the next advanced generation of photovoltaics.
What I'm working with specifically are these particles called quantum dots. If you want to think about it, you can kind of imagine that these quantum dots have a disease, they're kind of sick, where they don't produce as much light as they can. I'm trying to develop a technique to diagnose them using math.
What I'm trying to do is take the wavelengths of light that aren't absorbed very well and then convert those into wavelengths that can be absorbed very well by a solar cell. I call them tricks of physics.
Understanding ultimately how to produce better excitons and how to control them, that can actually be able to be used to create much more renewable sources of energy and a whole array of technologies. So the best part about being involved in a Center of Excellence is that you do have a super wide net to work within. You have people from all kinds of different expertises, different disciplines. You get to discuss and share ideas, which is super valuable.
That kind of collaborative, concerted effort, knowing that people genuinely want to help you in your own projects because all of your projects fit together as part of this greater goal.
Center of Excellence teaches you how to work in a big group with people from various disciplines and also gain appreciation for science, which is not yours.
I've had a lot of opportunity to collaborate with a whole bunch of people that I never even expected I'd collaborate with. One example is that I have a paper that I recently put out with some neuroscientists, and we used the exact same techniques that I'm using to analyze and control these quantum dots to actually measure the consciousness in like fruit flies. So it's really cool how you can just like cross over ideas like that.
Oh, apart from science, I love music. I love music a lot. I also like to play lawn tennis.
I love the outdoors, as you can tell. I love nature.
So I'm really into sports. My current sport that I'm obsessed with is ice hockey.
If I could travel anywhere right now, I would go probably to New Zealand because I just bought a snowboard.
I've been to Montreal, but I would love to go back and spend a lot more time there.
I would choose India. I would love to go and see my parents.
My favourite film of all time is Pan's Labyrinth.
I watched a film a long time ago called Life is Beautiful. You have to be in the mood to cry, bring a couple tissues.
What has been my favourite meal during lockdown? I've spent months trying to recreate the eggplant sabish from Very Good Falafel.
In the lockdown, I really got a chance to have a lot of pizzas. I really love pizza.
My favorite meal has been long grain rice with roasted veggies, but you can put merquen in the south of Chile. They dry these chilies and then they smoke them and they crush them up into like a powder. So it's like a spice powder, but it's so good, and you put it on everything. You put it on rice, you put it on potatoes, and it makes just everything better. You put it on your quantum dot samples will make that better too.